Hi everyone, I have some exciting content to share with you over the next few weeks and months. Are you a busy parent with a child in kindergarten or early primary? Because if you are, this video is for you. This is going to assist your child with their reading. So I'm looking forward to bringing you some exciting content. If you like it, please give me a big thumbs up because I'd love to share more out. The more thumbs up I get, the more shares I can do. So today's video is all about assisting your child with their reader. So if you've got a child who's in prep or grade 1 or grade 2, then you'll know that they bring a reader home every day, that their teacher has directed them to whatever level they are up to with their reading. All children read at different levels, and the teacher has done some assessment at school and worked out what level they're at and has directed them to the correct box for their reader. So they bring that reader home, and then you as a parent look at that reader and think, what do I do? How do I help my child with this reader? This child's got these words in front of them. I know some of the words, I don't know all the words, but I need to be able to know how to help them. And this is something that I know a lot of parents struggle with because parents aren't trained to do this. They're not teachers. So this is where I'm going to come in and hopefully give you guys some assistance, give you some tips and tricks that will help you help your child. So I have a bit of a 4-step process when it comes to helping your child with their reader. So number one, so I've got a book here. This is just a book, one of Miss Tu's books, but it's a good one because it's quite repetitive. So you find with readers that, especially at the early stages, the words are the same on most of the pages. They do change a bit, but generally they have the same words on every page so that child becomes very familiar with those words. So you'll see this book is called That's Not My Monkey. So the first thing I would do is I would just get the child to have a look at the front cover. What do they see? Talk about the front cover. Well, there's a monkey on the front cover. So then you look at the word and you ask the child, well, is there a word you think that might be monkey? And they'll look at it. What does monkey start with? For monkey. So we'll look at it. Okay, which words start with the letter M? There's 2 words here. There's the word my and the word monkey. So monkey, is it this word? Would that be monkey? You'd ask the child. Generally the child would say no, because that's a small word. Monkey's quite a long word. Okay, this word here says monkey. So it's a bit of a process of elimination when it comes to that. So then your child might know these other 3 words. That's not my. So often they might know not, or they can sound out not. 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 So you'll go through this title with them by sounding out those words, looking at the words they know, and working out that way. Then get the child to read the title. That's not my monkey. Then you ask the child, what do you think this book is about? Get them to predict or have a guess what it's about. It sort of sets a standard for what they think it is, gets them to think about it before we've even opened the front cover. So that sort of gets their comprehension going, gets their little brains working, and then we can start having a look. So we go to the first page. Step number 2. We're not even going to read the story yet. We're going to do what I call a walkthrough. So this is where we look at the pictures, and the child, I suppose, predicts what the story is about by just looking at the pictures. So for this one, we look at a monkey, and then we look at a tail. So we think, oh, is there going to be something to do with a tail? This is a bit of a touchy book. It's got material on it. So I'd get the child to touch the tail. What does that tail feel like? Get them to use some feeling words. Having a look through the book. What can you see in this book? Again, we go to the next page. We've got a monkey, but the feet are quite big. So this has something to do with the feet. Again, we get to touch it. Going through again. This time we've got eyebrows. Again, getting them to feel it. What do the eyebrows feel like? Having a look through, we've got another monkey. This time the tongue is the main event of this page. So again, I haven't read any of the words yet. We're just looking at the pictures and getting the child to talk about the book, using their language, using that conversation. Again, here, we've got a tummy, and to get them to feel the tummy. So once I've done that, then I'd start from the start again, and I'd go to step 3. This is where the child will actually read the book to you. Okay. So we've got words that have the same on every page. That's not my. That was in the title. So your child would know that now because you've already read it once. That's not my monkey. Again, that's the title. It's, now we've talked about the tail, so your child can work out what that word is. Tail, it starts with t. T. You might have to give them that long A sound. AI makes an A sound. T, A, all. It ends in an L. We're sounding those words out. But what you don't do is don't just give them the word. Get your child to have a go first. Get them to sound out the words, especially if it's a 2 or 3, 4-letter word. They can usually work that out. What does it start with? What's the middle sound? What's the end sound? If they don't know it, then they can refer back to the picture. What can you see in the book? What might help you with that word? What makes sense? Get the child to think about what would fit in with that. That its tail is, we've got a t and we've got a double O. Is that the word to oo? Then they can work that out. To. Now this word here says velvety. So that's a big word. I wouldn't expect a prep or grade 1 child to read that word. So therefore, we probably would give them that word. But you might get them to have a go at sounding it out first. What makes sense? Velvet. And you might ask them, what's the material that feels all sort of soft and feels like that? They might know. Good on them if they do. But I wouldn't stress if they don't know that word. That's a big word. Again, that's not my monkey. It's repeated. The kids know that. They've already read it 3 times. So we keep reading the same words again, over and over again. They don't know the word, ask them. That word was the same back on this page. What was the word on that page? Get them to go back and have a look. So they'll often be able to remember from there. Again, its feet. We talked about the feet when we did our walkthrough. So they'll know that word is feet. Its feet are 2. How does it feel like? What's a word that starts with S? You might give them the sound, the initial sounds, and then get them to have a think about what it would be. What would that word be? What does it feel like? It's not, I might even ask them, I might say, it's not rough. What is it? Sort of telling them what it's not often helps them figure out what it is, because there's a bit of an opposites effect there. And we go through each page one by one. Its eyebrows are 2. Oh, they feel like hair. They feel sort of feel like dog's hair almost, I might say to them. What's that word? Hair. What's an add a Y on the end of that word? What could that word be? Hairy. Getting them to go through it that way. Its tongue is 2. It starts with F-U. Fuzz. What's that word? They'll have a go at working it out that way. Its tongue is 2 fuzzy. And then this page changes a little bit. We get rid of the not. So now it's, that's my monkey. And we've got it with an exclamation mark. So I might talk about that with the kids. So what's that thing? That makes me read it in an excited voice. So going through little punctuation marks with the kids is good as well. Because we know how to read it that way. So we need to teach children how to do that as well. Obviously your child's classroom teacher does that. But if you do it as well, that's only going to confirm their knowledge. It's going to consolidate what they've learned in the classroom. And again, its tummy, we talked about tummy when we did the walkthrough. Its tummy is so, and there's a word starting with FL there. What's that word? How do I describe that tummy? And they can work out fluffy. So they're sounding out the words. So that was step 3. So step 4 now is where we just talk about what did happen in the book. Were your predictions correct? What changed? What was different? What didn't you know about the story? Okay, and this is sort of not sort of say a story. This one is more just describing the monkey. But again, you can talk about what happened. Get the child to tell you what were the describing words. We had fluffy, we had smooth, we had hairy. What were those words we had? Fuzzy. Get the kids to have a go at that. Okay, and then what you might even like to do after you've read the story later on is create some fluffy, fuzzy, smooth, hairy based activities. You might get some material that represents each of those different feelings or those different things that you can touch, and your child can really get to know those words, because those are probably the key words in this book. along with the different parts of the monkey, the tail, the tongue, the feet, the tummy, those things. And you get your child to point to those things. Well, obviously not a tail, you don't have to have a tail, but you get the child to sort of find those things on them is another way to get them to consolidate those words. So I hope that was really helpful, guys. That was a lot of information, but that is one, and really it doesn't actually take that long. It probably takes about 10 minutes to do that. It's really important that you are present with your child when you do this. Don't try and do it while you're cooking dinner. Don't try and do it while you're folding the washing. You really need to be sitting down with your child next to your child and giving them your full attention. Turn the TV off or find a quiet spot away from other people so that your child can really focus on their reader for that night. If you do that consistently with your child, you'll see your child's reading levels will go up. Like I would say that's a really proven fact, that if parents really sit down, give that time with their children to really focus on their reading, unless there's an underlying issue with reading that obviously you talk about with your child's teacher, but if there's no underlying issues, this is something that will definitely help your child improve their reading. So I hope you like that, guys. Please leave me a comment, let me know what you think. Like I said earlier, give me a thumbs up if you really like it. Share it out with everyone. I'd love you to share it. If you know someone who is struggling with reading with their child, please send this their way. Tag them on Facebook, send them a text message with the link, whatever you need to do, get this to them, because I really hope this is helpful. I'm looking forward to bringing you more information. Thanks, guys.